Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm going to show you how to create an event in Eventbrite properly. There's a few things we have to do to make sure that it syncs appropriately with the website and with Facebook, and then also to show you how to import the event into the Village Theater website. It's a few steps, but it's still going to be way faster than what we've been doing. So let's jump right into it. So we're going to create an event for next week's 3-in-1 show. So let's go into Eventbrite. We're going to click on Create Event. Continue there. All right, so let's call it 3-in-1. And let's take a look. Let me just double check the teams for next week. So next week is these 3 teams. So I'm going to put 5 points forgotten, 6 kids, tipping point. We got to categorize it. This helps Eventbrite publish it properly on their own website when people are searching for stuff. So this is what I've been doing. I don't necessarily know if there's a better one, but concert and performance, performing and visual arts, and then I pick comedy. And then I enter just some tags. You can just hit enter every time you enter a tag. Improvisation, comedy, theater. Those are normally pretty good. If there's any other ones you want, that's totally good. Next part, this is important. We have to decide where the venue is. So we need to define in this space whether it's going to be the black box or the main stage. We want to do this consistently. So you'll notice that like black box it's initial capped, right? Capital B, main stage, capital M, capital S, and they're both in parentheses. We want to keep that consistent. I think 3-in-1's in the black box, so I'm just going to go with that. Basically, it'll show up on the website now, and it'll tell us where the event is located. So if we went back to the website and we take a look at the calendar, that field is what is pulling in here. So it's filtering out the word Village Theater and then just putting in main stage, right? Obviously, I've messed up a few and I wasn't consistent, but long term, let's just try to make it consistent there. Okay, so we've got that. That's the address. Everybody's going to know where we're located. Now we've got to pick the date and time. So this is next Sunday. It starts at 8 o'clock. It ends at 9:30, although it's like, 9:30 is probably accurate. And then we're just going to save and continue. So now we need a photo here, and I downloaded a tipping point image. We just need something to put on here. Ultimately, this is the image that's going to go on Facebook. I'm going to add a graphic designer to our volunteering team so that we can have some of these graphics already created for us, and then also a Google Drive that we can just go to look for this stuff, so we don't have to, go hunting for stuff. So summary, this is kind of like an above the fold description of what's happening, right? 3 amazing comedy shows for the price of 1. Cool. And then I typically like to just let people know what they're about to see. And again, I think what we need is like a spreadsheet or something that just has all these show descriptions, so it's something easy that you can reference and go to. I'm going to go back and add these in, but for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to put you through that right in this second, but I'll go back and add these and update the event. So we've got our image, we've got our brief description, and then more description in here of what's going on. So cool, we're going to save and continue. Let's create our first ticket. Since this is in the black box, our quantity is going to be 70. Our ticket price is going to be 10. You're going to check the include fees and ticket price. For grad shows, we'll probably pass the fees along to the patrons because they're going to come regardless. And then for anything where we're like donating ticket sales or something like that, we also probably don't want to include the fees in the ticket price. We'd rather the patron pay for that because it's like even less money than we're making per ticket. So if you ever have any questions about that, let me know. But generally speaking, we're just going to include the fees in the ticket price. And then we'll start selling tickets immediately. So this is when we want to open up the ability to start selling tickets. This isn't the range of the date, right? Or this isn't the show date and time. So I confused that when I first was creating a ticket. This is truly like when are we starting ticket sales, when are we ending ticket sales. And we always want to end ticket sales an hour beforehand. So the show starts at 8, we're going to end ticket sales at 7. Nothing to put there. So this looks good. I think we're ready to include that. Now, since this is the last show for the night on Sunday, this is the only ticket we have to create. But let's just say that that there were more shows on after this show. We would want to create a second ticket type, a stay all night ticket type. Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. Okay, so stay all night ticket type. So stay all night. We'll also probably a reduced quantity of those, just so we don't oversell. The price of these is $15. We're also including the fee in the ticket price. And then again, same time, we would do it, right? So I'm not going to create this, or I'll just create so show it to you. And actually what I should have done is, let me edit this. I also like to go into advanced settings and just tell people what this means. Right? So then when they see the two options, they're gonna be like, well, what does stay all night mean? And then it'll have the little description there. So again, because this is the last show of the night, again, when we have like 11 p.m. shows on Saturday, we know that's the last show. We're just not gonna do that. But just to give you a heads up, that's what you're gonna wanna do for a lot of our shows moving forward, all right? So let's go ahead and just create this ticket. Oh, wait, sorry, I already did that. Let's just hit publish. So we hit publish. Great. So then at that point, you're going to get this this screen. Congratulations. Would you like to add it to Facebook? And normally it's like, yeah, let's add it to Facebook. That sounds great. Oh, I'm on a different computer, so I'm not connected to my Facebook account. Real quick, let me just do that. I might have to give you access to the Village Theater now that I'm thinking about this. So you just need to add the Village Theater page to it. You're connected. So I'll go look and make sure that you're actually a Facebook manager. So great. Are we done here? Connect to Facebook. Village Theater. Next. Yep. Okay, I think this is set. Yeah. So when you go through all that initial setup, now you'll have this option, right? You can add to a new Facebook event. If there's already an event created, you can just update it with the tickets. But we should basically no longer be creating events in Facebook. If we're, I mean, really, all the events should be created in Eventbrite, and then we should push them out to Facebook. It's just a way more efficient process. So we can look here again. We've got our description. Sometimes, I mean, and by sometimes I mean every time, it squishes the text and doesn't put spacing on it. So you have to just kind of respace those out. But it doesn't take that long, right? Cool. So we got that, and neat. I think this is good to go. So we'll go ahead and publish this, add to the event to Facebook. And while we're doing that, let me show you what you need to do now in the website. So ideally your workflow is going to be creating all the events in Eventbrite. Then when you're done with that, you'll go to the website, you'll go to Events, Import. Import origin is Eventbrite. Import type, one-time import, and then import from your Eventbrite account. There might be a way to automate this with the scheduled import. I think that leaves too much to chance. I'm not like super into it, so I think we should just kind of manually import. And again, it's not that many more steps, right? You just have to keep track of all the events that you created at Eventbrite so that you can go in and make sure that you're importing the right ones. So I'm just gonna sort this out by 50. So basically this is a list of all the events we've created in Eventbrite, and you want to check the one that you need, or the, however many you created, those are the ones that you want to import over. Since we only created one event, we're only going to check this one and import it over. If you created a bunch, you could, check all that. Or if you update an event in Eventbrite, because sometimes we have to edit information and change it, this is how you would update the event on the website too. So, okay, cool. That looks good. 3-in-1, ready to go. Import checked. And now, well, that's importing, and that only takes a second. But here, if we did this right, boom, Village Theater added an event. Sunday, September 1st at 8 p.m., 5 points forgotten, 6 kids, and tipping point. Is that right? 5 points forgotten, 6 kids, and tipping point. Great. Awesome. Now, let's go back to the website. We scroll down to 9-1. Whoops. Mind of my own. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. It'll get there, I promise. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm in August, so I gotta go to September because that's when the show was scheduled. September. Boom. There it is. 3-in-1, 5 points forgotten, 6 kids, tipping point in the black box at 8 p.m. Oh man, super cool. I think that's it. So happy publishing. Obviously, if you're creating a series, it is a couple of different steps. Improv Asshole has been created for the rest of the year, so it should be set up already. You don't need to do that. For anything else, it's pretty simple to do a series, and it's all the same steps. Just the thing to know with the series is that they just can't have unique descriptions or titles. So, like I just showed you with 3-in-1, we basically just have to recreate 3-in-1 each time, and same thing with League. So it is a little bit more work, but I still think it's way faster. And it's super simple. If you're creating a series, you just click need to schedule a recurring event, and then it takes you into an old version of the website. They haven't figured out how to do this for their own thing yet, and so basically you would pick how often the event occurs, and then you can pick the day of the week. Okay, so this event happens on Sunday. It's going to happen the same day and time, and then it occurs from this range, and then you just follow the steps to do a series. So if you ever have any questions about that, let me know. But this should be able to get you started to knock out all of September for the League and for anything else that's outstanding on there. So just shout if you have any questions.